Hi, I'm Frankie Mazzapica. I hope you enjoy the video that you're about to see. It's our desire that at the conclusion of this video, you will have a heightened expectation of the plan of God for your life.
The Apostle Paul had this conversion on the road to Damascus. He was an evil man. And then he met Jesus. One moment in the Lord's presence will change your entire life. If you need your life to change, tell the Lord, I need a moment in your presence. And so his entire life changed, and his whole vision for his life changed. His whole reason for living changed. In Acts 20, verse 21, he says, my life means nothing to me, if only to finish the race and complete the task of testifying of the gospel of good news. It means nothing to me. What in the world? So now he is passionate. He's on fire for God. He wants to tell people, and then all of a sudden God tells him, go to the desert of Arabia and just stay there. He goes to the desert of Arabia. Why? Because when Jesus was walking on the earth for 3 years, doing miracles and teaching people parables, Paul was also walking the earth, but he was causing a ruckus and living in sin. And he was right down the street from God doing a miracle and signs and wonders. And he missed the whole thing because he was so distracted with his own selfish desires. And so Jesus said, come to the desert of Arabia and I'm going to catch you up. Know this, if you have wasted years of your life like I have, the Lord will pull you aside in a season of waiting and catch you up. See, he was not in the Last Supper that Jesus had with the disciples. Why? Because he was out living in sin. And so Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, on the night that Jesus was betrayed, he shared his Last Supper with the disciples. How did he know what happened on the night that Jesus was betrayed? How did he know? He wasn't there. Jesus caught him up. He caught him up. During a season of waiting, Jesus will not only catch you up, but he will equip you, and your relationship with him becomes closer than it's ever been before. Don't get me wrong. I do not like waiting. I've already said it. I hate waiting. But the opportunities that come during the wait do not come at any other time. It doesn't come any other way. D.L. Moody said that the anointing is not so cheap that you can receive it without investing time. It's not that cheap. It is not that cheap. Just because you believe that God can move miraculously does not mean that you're going to see him move miraculously. Satan knows that he can move miraculously. That's a huge difference. There is an anointing available for you and for me. And what I love about his anointing is that it's bottomless. It's like going to a Mexican restaurant and asking for chips. It's bottomless. There's just, you cannot get enough. There are layers and layers and layers. And whatever you have experienced with God, God has so much more. He has so much more, but it's in those seasons of waiting when we have nothing else to do except to lean on him. You have nothing else to do except to worship him. Some of you in this room have stories just like my father and I. My father and I's story had to do with finances, where he came through when nothing else would work. What's your story? I know you have them. If you're older than 7, you have them. This world is a tough place to live. Some of you have almost died, and it's a miracle that you're still alive. Raise your hand if I'm talking to you. My hand is up. Go ahead, raise your hand. You almost died. Some of you, your miracle is sitting right next to you because there is no reason that person should have fell in love with you. No reason. Hear me say this. It's during the season of waiting that you discover his ways. It's during the season of waiting where you prove your faithfulness. It's during the season of waiting where an endowment of power is available. It's during the season of waiting where your relationship shifts from servant to friend.
If you like that video, take a second and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. This way you'll always know every time we've uploaded a new video.